The Jewish and LGBTQ communities faced the highest number of reported hate crimes across the state last year. In this landmark case on campus anti-Semitism, University of California has agreed to pay over $6 million.
Students at UCLA experienced civil rights discrimination that harkens back to very dark times.
Matisyahu says the boycott stemmed from his visit with IDF soldiers on the front lines.
Felt like it was very special. It was just like spirits just jumping out. And they gave me the Golani flag, and I wear that now.
There were a lot of peaceful activists and a lot of... The goal of the protest was to cancel the show, but this didn't happen.
Do you think that music has the power to unite people?
Yes, definitely.
And have you listened to any of his music?
No, because it's bad.
But you haven't listened to it. So if you think that music has the power to unite people, do you think that there's a chance that that could happen tonight?
No.
The Ritchie Boys, to me, are the best of what America is all about.
This is Peter Wyden. At 14, he became one of the thousands of German Jews who fled their home to escape Nazi persecution. He was one of 2,800 Jewish refugees selected to become a Ritchie Boy.
The group that Peter Wyden was involved in is basically they would create propaganda and psychological warfare documents.
Peter's son Ron is now a U.S. Senator representing Oregon.
From a policy and political perspective, how do you assess the lack of progress that we've made since your father escaped Nazi Germany?
I think there are a whole host of reasons.
Realistically, are you confident that House Republicans can even secure a Speaker of the House and therefore secure more funding for Israel?
I think some of those House Republicans are just AWOL on democracy.
Hundreds of thousands of immigrants descended upon Northern California during the height of the 1848 gold rush. Among them were thousands of Jewish pioneers. It's a history that's often forgotten, and the Commission for the Preservation of Pioneer Jewish Cemeteries and Landmarks in the West work to keep it alive.
This is not only our history as Jews in California, but it is the history of California itself.
Watson is a sixth-generation descendant of Jewish gold rush pioneers. Watson's family immigrated here from what was once Prussia following the 1848 revolution.
There were jobs that they couldn't have, there was property that they couldn't own, and so they were part of the revolution, and when the revolution failed, they were to blame. It was the blood libel of the 1850s.
Here, they were valued members of society.
My great-great-great-grandfather, Benjamin Nathan, had over 50 different mines in Grass Valley.
These old documents show the success of their other businesses, and these photos provide a small glimpse of the crowds they drew in.
One thing that my grandfather instilled in us was this pride. Not just the pride of being a Jew, but also being a pride of the gold rush.
I'd like to see a permanent ceasefire, but it's going to have to involve Hamas laying down their arms, no longer being in control of Gaza. It's going to have to involve release of the hostages.
But is that really realistic for Hamas to lay down all of their weapons?
Both sides have goals.
An hour and a half after we aired the story about the swastika graffiti on Lon's car, we got an email from a viewer asking how they could help.
I was irritated. It's just shouldn't happen.
From scuff, prep, primer, and seal to the new coat. And finally, the unveiling.
I would never known there was that many good people out there.
A gesture that will never be forgotten.
I love them. They'll always be in my life.
In the Central Valley, a Stockton resident was arrested by the FBI on Tuesday for attempting to provide material support to ISIS, stalking and following a Jewish man home from synagogue, and inquiring about homemade explosives.
ISIS has been using the chaos of the recent conflict between Iran and Israel to focus on recruitment and planning.
Some unanswered questions remain. Will this attack come from Iran alone, or will they activate other proxies in the region? And what does this mean for Americans? 1.1 million people would enter, never to see the other side again.
Women and children to the right, men to the left. I'm holding on to my sister Goldie, my little brother Tuli, and we're just being pulled apart, never to see each other again.
Yonatai Mordechai Smirano, 21 years old. Raya Rotem, 54 years old.
Anti-Semitism is about hating Jewish students who are on campus for one reason, and that is they want to learn.
Do you think the presidents of MIT, Harvard, and Penn should resign after their comments?
Clearly, they have to be held accountable.